We have breaking news for you this hour. Bill Cosby is now out of prison. This is an image taken from above not just moments ago of the 83-year-old actor getting out of his car at a home after being released from prison sometime in the last hour. Pennsylvania's highest court overturned his sexual assault conviction. The court said an agreement Cosby had with a previous prosecutor should have prevented him from being charged in the case. The 83-year-old has now served more than 2 years of a sentence that could have stretched up to 10 years. That was given back in 2018. He was convicted of drugging and molesting Andrea Constand, a Canadian, a Temple University employee, convicted of that at his suburban estate. And here we are, seeing the actor being walked into his home. This just happening moments ago. I want to bring in freelance reporter Steve Futterman now in Los Angeles with the latest. What a stunning reversal of fortune for the comedian who was once known as America's dad, and this will shock many people today, won't it, Steve? What exactly played out in court that Bill Cosby is now back at home?
Well, you're right. I mean, it caught really most legal observers by surprise. We knew that Cosby was appealing it. We knew he had a high-profile legal team, but there were few people who thought this would be successful. The key part of the ruling by the Pennsylvania Supreme Court was that Cosby had been previously told by a prior prosecutor that he would not be charged. Now, Cosby claimed because of that promise, because of that assurance, he made comments that were later used against him in the court of law. So the court said, well, he was made this promise. He acted on this promise. He felt that the promise was legitimate. And then he made comments that were then used against him. It's a very complicated issue. The court did not, by any stretch of the imagination, say, no, Bill Cosby, you did not do this. The conviction, the guilty verdict was improper. They said that you just should not have been prosecuted to begin with. And because of that, Bill Cosby is a free man, released from prison just around a couple hours after the decision was announced by the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. And we'll see where he goes from here.
As you say, because of the nature of the ruling, it isn't likely to change the mind of Americans who believe that this man is guilty and belongs in jail. Let's perhaps rewind a little bit, Steve, and can you remind us of the allegations against Bill Cosby?
Well, this has been going on really for more than a decade. There were whispers for a while. There were some allegations in the early 2000s that Cosby was possibly involved with giving women a type of drug that would knock them out, that would make them possibly targets for sexual assault. That's what he was found guilty of. Now, there were dozens and dozens of women who accused him, but because of statute of limitations laws, he just could not be prosecuted in most cases. Now, does this wipe the slate clean for Cosby? Probably not. And we should point out, even though he has a big, big legal victory today, I mean, he's out of prison, there are legal challenges possibly in the future. Unlikely he would be criminally charged because of the statute of limitations, but he could face civil lawsuits. There are a number of those pending against him. So Bill Cosby, his legal issues are certainly not over, but he is a free man.
Steve, thank you for joining us on this breaking news this afternoon. Freelance reporter Steve Futterman in Los Angeles.